How many copies of the Book of Mormon existed in September 1832?
We don't know exactly the number in that particular month, but we do know that when the Book of Mormon came off the printing press in early 1830, there were 5,000 copies that were printed. And then they got circulated, missionaries took them out, they actually sold copies, and so those 5,000 copies were circulating. There wasn't another edition printed until 1837, 5 years after this. So a few thousand copies are...
Enough to go around.
Enough to go around. There's a few thousand members right between Ohio and Missouri, and so there's some copies. What's interesting now is just the way that the Book of Mormon has exploded in terms of publication. That we just passed that there's 200 million copies of the Book of Mormon that have been printed.
Physical copies.
Physical copies, right? That's not counting all the electronic stuff and everything. And so it's one of the most printed books of all time, top 10. And so from very humble beginnings, it's spread throughout the world.
Now in this section, it specifically says that the whole church was under condemnation for not reading the Book of Mormon. Can you share some of those things with
And in
us?
some ways, this connects back to my youngest daughter. She just got baptized, and as we were preparing her for baptism and confirmation, we talked about these words of the ordinance, receive the Holy Ghost. And we said, it's just like on Christmas, you get all these presents, you could open the presents, but what if you never played with the presents? Are you actually receiving them? Are they doing any good? And so it's not just having it, but it's doing something with it. And it reminds me actually of one of my favorite books in the New Testament is the Epistle of James. And within chapter 1, verse 22 of James, it says, "But be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves," right? So it's one thing to have the Book of Mormon, right? It's another thing to receive it in your life, to do what it says. And that's what helps overcome the condemnation. It's not just having a copy of the Book of Mormon in hand, not just having a copy of the scriptures, but actually applying, doing the things that they teach that will bring more light and truth into our life.